about to do a unboxing video for the new Redcat Monte Carlo Lowrider. Pretty cool box art. This is the purple one. Let's get into it. Kind of forgive me because of doing this one-handed. So, first opening the box, we have a nickel metal charger, looks like USB, won't be needing that. This is a USB cord for the radio, in case you need to download anything, so on and so forth. This is same radio that the 64 came with. So it's fully programmable and all that good stuff. Let's see, we got a bullet tip to me adapters. Looks like some different body mounts. Some stealth mounts for maybe Velcro. Some body clips. Yeah. One thing I will say that is very cool about this one over the 64 is that this one is the same length as a standard touring car. So you can pretty much turn whatever kind of touring car or truck into a lowrider or custom. Got the manual. It's a pretty thick manual. If you're just buying one of these, you need to go through this. It has a ton of information on the radio and everything else. Put that back in there. Now, move this upper foam. You get a look in there. So, they include a car cover in with this one. That is new over the 64. The radio, which is, I believe, the same as a 64. It's a LR6X. It's a Fly Sky radio rebranded for Redcat for the lowrider vehicles. I doubt it's got batteries, but on this it's forward and reverse, left and right, front two switches, front hop, hits both channels here together. Same with the rear, left and right corner, rear hop that hits both at the same time. If the car is all the way up, you can press either of these buttons and it will do a quick drop down. So yeah, that's the remote. I think this thing's fully programmable. I don't know the model memory on it, but I'm pretty sure it can hold quite a few cars, being it's a digital radio. So next, this is going to be the fun part, because again, I'm one-handed. One thing I've learned with the lowriders is always lift them up from the back, because they tend to be a little heavy. Pull the car out. So now it brings us to the car. And we pull it from the front. That is definitely a cool color, purple. Alright, got the car cover off, and there she is. Hard plastic and chromed light buckets. They put the low profile tires on this one from the factory. Body gaps look a lot better than the old one. Again, hard plastic chromed grille, hard plastic chrome lights, body color mirrors. It's got a black interior. Looks like it's got some decals. It's kind of hard to see. Some door panel decals in there. Very, very, very good looking car. Cool thing about this particular one is body is hinged. So it's got a fake radiator, light buckets. Interior pan is attached to the body as opposed to the chassis like the 64. Hinge down here. As for the chassis, that's where we start seeing some differences. So on the 64, still had two servos in the back. The motor was also mounted in the back along with the battery, and that's what gave you your hopping action. They classified this as a dancer, so up front, instead of a single fast servo, it's got the Hexfly 25 kg servos all four corners. So they're not bad servos for what they are. They're pretty torquey. They're not all that fast though. But they should make it dance, and you always have the option of putting some quicker ones in to make her hop. There's your front magnet. That's what holds the body down in the front. Your 6-channel receiver, steering servo hooked up to a bell crank that goes down under there. The motor and transmission are now forward mounted. On-off switch is in the left rear fender well. Set this down and we're gonna flip it over and check out the underside. So now we're looking at the underside of the car. Very similar to the previous Redcat. Same rear axle. It's 4-linked in the back. Very similar steering rack design. Same with the camber links, hubs, and arms. It has a longer drive shaft because of motor position. Same quality links used on the rear suspension, and it looks like it gives you a couple mounting positions on this one where the original only had one. Another thing I'm noticing is they actually, looks like they shaved some stuff to get the body to sit, or the chassis to sit low to the ground as humanly possible. So that's kind of cool. Obviously the new skid plate in the front is new. That's what houses your two front servos. And yeah, so far it's looks like a pretty solid build. I won't be running nickel metals in this. It'll be ran on LiPo, so I'm gonna swap the end and put a LiPo in it and power it up for the first time and see what happens. Alright, so I got the connector changed out. I changed out the mode because I'm planning on running a lipo in it. So we're using a Gens Ace 4000 oval pack. They're about the same size. Well, they are the same size as the factory nickel metal. 4,000 milliamp, 2-cell, and quite a bit lighter too. So if there's any hopes of this thing hopping, it will be with that battery. I was wrong about the body. I thought it was hinged, but in fact it's just got magnets in the back. And if you pull on the front, it will act like a hinge effect because they are that strong. So yeah, a little bit of the basics on this thing for control. Try and get this in view. So, front up, this will be the hop switch. Obviously it ain't got enough to get off the ground. Rear's a little bit quicker. Independent, and so if you go all the way, if you lock it up, so that's all the way up, and you hit the buttons, it'll do a quick drop. Three-wheel. Reverse tuck. That's interesting. Let's see. Do side. Oop. Wrong one. Side. Side. Back. And front. So yeah. We're going to do some playing around with it and see how she does. And kind of go from there. I plan on modding this, so I'll keep some videos posted. Definitely got to do my own custom touches. Again, kind of hard to do when you're one-handed. And I may have already done one small modification, or something that was kind of bugging me. And it took half a second to do. The car's body, I should say, or the chassis, used to stick out past the rockers and it kind of looked dumb. Luckily, my buddy got one of these as well and figured out how to pretty much give her a body drop. Let's not drive it off the box. And I will go over what I had done in my next video. But it wasn't too hard. It only took me a couple minutes. Literally, I put the phone down for a total of 5 minutes to charge up the or to change out the battery connector and do that little body drop mod. And I will definitely be playing with the suspension more as time goes on. Just because, hey, lowriders need to be low. But definitely a cool car. Stay tuned.